What's up YouTubers, Aldo SJ back with a brand new video for you here. Well guys, welcome back. Great to see everyone. I hope you guys are well. And we are now here on chapter 8 of my World Heavyweight Replica collection. So this video and then one more and then that'll be my collection done entirely. And what I'm going to do at the video after chapter 9, I'm actually going to go through my top 10 replicas that I have in my collection overall. So that's the treat that I'm going to be given at the end. It'll be the final video in the series overall, and then we'll get on to my next set of projects going forward. But anyway, we're here to talk about replicas today, aren't we? And the two replicas that I'm going to be talking about today is kind of the past meets the present, but also I'm throwing in a wild card in there too, because this wild card actually didn't hang around very long at all in the business. It was introduced in 2016. It was originally a red belt. This is the first belt that I'm going to be showing you guys, by the way, just so you know. It was introduced in 2016 as part of the Raw brand on a red strap. Yep. I'm talking about the WWE Universal Championship. And then towards the end of 2019, when it went from the red brand to the blue brand, they decided to upgrade it, and we got a Universal version 2 in blue for SmackDown. And yeah, this is all they had. We went from a red to blue, and it was just like, again, is that all you could think of? Going on to SmackDown, they had the opportunity to rewrite history, make this something historical going forward. It did become historical for a little while down the road, as I'm just going to get to in a couple of minutes here. But when they gave it to Bray Wyatt, when he was the Fiend at the time, they turned this blue, and it just was kind of like, meh, great. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like it in blue. I like it a lot more in blue than I do the red version. But at the same time, I just feel like, why do we have to keep branding it? I mean, the people that have held this version of the championship is not that many, actually. You're talking the likes of Bray Wyatt, as I mentioned, Goldberg for some cup of tea reason, Braun Strowman, and it was going to go to Seth Rollins eventually. Little did we know that the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, was going to be returning from his potential leukemia returning scare. Roman Reigns came back during the summer of the pandemic, actually. The summer of the pandemic, he came back when the WWE decided to introduce us to the Thunderdome, the interactive set / arena that everybody remembers that they had for a good long while. And Roman Reigns became the Universal Champion, and Roman Reigns went on an absolutely incredible reign with this championship, culminating to WrestleMania, to this WrestleMania, in fact, to WrestleMania 38, where he faced Brock Lesnar for the current black version of the WWE Championship, and Roman Reigns became the undisputed WWE Universal World Heavyweight Champion. So he had 2 belts, and this combined with the WWE Championship, and it went on to have the historic reign that Roman had. I can't remember the exact days off the top of my head, so I'm going to put that on in post. But yeah, it had an absolutely amazing reign. However, when it after WrestleMania 39, and they decided to combine both the blue and the black belt together, and we got the gold belt, the heritage of the Universal Championship eventually faded away, and now it's just what it is now. It's just another belt in the WWE's history, and it's a shame because this could have been something different or something even better. However, down the road, I will get into another belt very soon in chapter 9. What this kind of turned into eventually, I feel we got a better upgrade. But as for this belt itself, as you can see, if I hold up against the camera, same idea as all the other branded World Championships. The logo, the WWE Network logo, loud and proud. Universal banner under that, covered in zirconias and red rubies. Side plates, nice gold tip, stamping approval on the strap itself, all there. And this is from the 2019 batch. So yeah, in fact, yeah, this was one of the first ones that came out. So I've just realised that I got one of the first ones that came out. So yeah, it is what it is. It's got its place in history. It's unfortunately isn't around anymore. But as I say, I definitely think we got a better upgrade down the road from Triple H. So this down just now, and now the next replica that I'm going to be talking about is very special. In fact, I'm going to bring it right now up. It is the Dome Globe version, 2021 version of the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, but this is actually the Fandu Belts version. This was created by the Fandu Belts guys, and as I say, this is the 2021 version, and this is absolutely an amazing looking championship. Anything that knows the history of this championship itself, it was given to Harley Race in July of 1973. It went on to have he had a couple of reigns with it. It also went to the likes of Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, and unfortunately, eventually in February of 1986, I want to say, it eventually faded away, and it became the big gold belt for a long time. So that was registered as the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, and then coming into 1991, when the NWA was stepping away from promoting Jim Crockett Promotions /WCW, this floated around in the mid-90s from Eastern Championship Wrestling to any other NWA promotion that was still had its heartbeat going. It didn't see the light of day properly on television again until I want to say when Shane Douglas became the NWA World Heavyweight Champion at the time, and he, as everybody knows, he famously tossed this to the ground and lifted up the ECW Championship at the time. So that got a very short lifespan on ECW television. Then eventually in 2002, when TNA became a thing with Jeff Jarrett, and obviously the NWA backing that, and the NWA Championship became part of TNA, became TNA's World Championship, until 2007, when the NWA parted ways with TNA. TNA had their own champion again, and from that point on, from 2007, it's just been kind of going from champion to champion to champion, live streaming on the internet, some in the NWA areas where you can actually air it on television. The likes of Adam Pearce, Nick Aldris, Cody Rhodes has had this, Matt Cardona has held this championship, EC3's held this championship, and honestly, when it comes to this championship, it is a who's who in pro wrestling. I mean, I've even forgotten just there that Sting had it as well while he was in TNA, but honestly, it's absolutely stunning. You've got the rope banner surrounding the whole strap, Fandu print on the strap itself, the traditional bolts. Oh, I'm gonna so look forward to reviewing this again for you guys so much. But yeah, before I start ranting and raving again, let's do what we do here best and talk some replicas. Okay guys, so here is the in-depth review on the V2 blue version of the Universal Championship. Now, yes, I am very much a red guy, but I'm also a blue guy as well, being a Glasgow Rangers fan. And I have to say, if this came out in blue first, I probably would have liked it a lot better. But I just think this looks a lot better in blue. But because it's the exact same design as the previous version, I can only apologise. I'm probably going to be repeating myself here from the previous video, so I do apologise, but it is what it is. But what I'll do first to make it a little bit different is we'll start on the banner. So you have Universal done in this silver and black 3D print. Universal Champion. And then you have little Zirconias there with a red ruby, and that goes up to the other little Zirconias and red rubies, and Zirconia squares going all the way up, and then meeting little Zirconias, little red rubies, and then square Zirconias across. Then you're meeting red rubies again with little Zirconias, going down with Zirconia squares again, meeting red rubies and little Zirconias, back to that red ruby and 3 Zirconias at the bottom. And then you have the red swoosh that replaced the black swoosh, which it actually looks really nice and it's almost blood red, this version. Then you have the first W with the dual plated looking W. You've got little Zirconias at the top there going all the way down, meeting bigger Zirconia squares, down to little ones again, then back up to the star, to the triangle, sorry, and back to regular squares, going down, then up again. Then you've got the middle W in the middle there, and then you've got the E at the top, and again, dual plated idea with little Zirconias starting, going into bigger squares, hitting here, and up to the triangle, down again, back up. And then of course you've got the standard backing arrow effect on the back of the strap, before obviously it becomes one with the black belt and goes gold. Then you've got the standard sidebars, not too much into them as always, very flat, just look okay. And then the side plates. Now, with it moving from Raw to SmackDown, I suppose the people didn't get the memo that they should put blue on the globe, but it is what it is. You've got a red globe with the network logo on it in gold and black, the square zirconias around that, the 2 bolt zirconias, and then for this square design, it's exactly the same as the previous version. I really need to dust this. So you've got 2 red rubies and a zirconia at the top here and at the bottom, and then you've got a little red zirconia at the top here, here, and here, and here, and then the rest is decked out in zirconia squares. And then on the other side, same idea, little ruby here, 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 2 rubies there with a zirconia, 2 rubies there with a zirconia, and then it's decked out again in the zirconia squares all the way around the square. Then the 2 bolt zirconia screws, square zirconia surrounding the globe with the red pattern and the network logo in gold and black. Then as for the strap itself, unfortunately it is the same design as the previous one, just again from red to blue, standard gold tip, the arrow backing, snap box, and then you've got the square stamping, the bigger arrow effect in the WWE stamp. Then you've got the old school shell border from this side plate going all the way through the top to the other side plate, down to the bottom, and goes all the way through the main plate. And then again you've got the square stamping, the arrow stamping, the network logo stamp, and then you've got the standard arrow snap box again in a flat area for someone to sign. I flip it over, and as I say, this is from the 2019 batch. Still got the authentic WWE flashy on it. Strap is in still good condition for its age, which I'm quite happy about. Put these down for a second. And there is blue Universal Championship. Okay guys, so here's the in-depth review on the Fandu version, the 2021 version of the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, and honestly it looks outstanding. So I'm going to deviate from my previous way that I do it. I'm going to go into the strap first because the strap has got a lot going on, then we'll get into the plates. So you've got the Fandu belts stamp of approval right there with their logo on the strap. Now the strap is your standard old school black strap, leather black strap. This is bendy, it's broken in. On the strap itself, it's got just the regular snap box like the traditional big gold used to have, and then the rest of the belt itself is covered in this rope banner all the way around it. And you've got the two bolts, sorry. And then you've got the Japan side plate. There's a couple of versions where the names of the countries are painted and are not painted. These are painted. So you've got the Japan flag of Japan at the name at the top. You've got 2 zirconias in this traditional square plate. Another 2 bolts, and then the 3 bolts here. Then you've got Mexico with the Mexico name at the top, 2 Zirconias either side in this square side plate again. And then going on to the other side, the rope banner follows all this, by the way. It's all the way throughout the belt. All the way throughout the belt. And then on the other side, same idea, just a regular strap, no arrow shape snaps or anything like that. You've got 2 traditional bolts, Canada with Canadian flag, 2 Zirconias either side on this regular square side plate, 2 bolts. United Kingdom, originally this was Australia or whichever country they chose it to be at the time. Going forward, they've chosen to stick with the United Kingdom, UK flag under that, and you've got all 4 nations in there, I think. 2 Zirconias either side of that in this square side plate, and 3 bolts. And then if we flip it on the back, you'll see what it's like. It is bolted in completely, strap really looking good. The rope banner is all the way through the belt again on the back too, which is very, very nice. And these are screwed in traditionally. They're done in a better way than what the Figures Inc. belts were, or the WWE belts used to be. Nice strap. And then we'll flip you around again, put you onto the main plate. And then on the main plate, you've got the NWA banner underneath South Africa and South America. In the top, got National Wrestling Alliance done in this lovely mirror globe. And this little black dot, I believe, is United Kingdom. And on either side of that, you have got sort of, I want to say, black shoulders or black wings even. If people know what these are, please put it in the comments below. I'd very much appreciate it. I think I said this for the original review on this belt as well. Got 2 Zirconias in there anyway. Then you've got a reef effect, which goes into a wing underneath the globe, and that goes all the way to the other side. You've got 2 grapplers in a penning combination. Then the reef effect again, then it goes into some sort of wing formation and reaches to the other side. And above that, you have USA with Old Glory underneath that. And then you have World's Heavyweight Champion Wrestling, which I would have said it should be World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, but it is what it is. This is what it's been. And these banners are done in 3D gold and black. And then the big gold got the original idea. Got the original idea from this, and this is where you have that rope banner going all the way through the nameplate. So people remember what came after it of the big gold, inherited it from this. Another thing about this as well, that there should maybe be a nameplate in between these 2 bolts. It's almost as if it was forgotten about. I think during this time, this era, they were going to think about putting a nameplate on it, but they just didn't bother, I believe. I could be wrong. It feels like there's something missing there with having the 2 bolts there. I don't think they really serve a purpose. They look okay, don't get me wrong, but I don't think they serve a purpose. So I'll put you guys back down again for a second. There is the NWA World Heavyweight Championship with the WWE Universal Blue version. very different belts, very different era, but both are for champions. So guys, thank you so very much for watching this wild card of a World Heavyweight Replica review on the NWA World Heavyweight Championship and the blue version of the Universal Championship. Now, if I had to say my favourite between the two of them, even though I'm very much a blue guy, I like my blue, but I'm going to have to go with the traditional looking NWA World Heavyweight Championship because it is just heads and tails above the Universal Championship. I like what Fandu have done with this belt. It looks insane. It looks insanely amazing. I really wish they would do other replicas of the old school NWA World Championships. I really think they would sell insanely well from the NWA Tag Team Championships and the old school US and National Championships. I think they would sell very well as well. That's just my opinion. If you guys could do me a little favor though, before you log off here, if you guys could like, share, subscribe, do all you need to do in order to get me out there so YouTube know that you like this content. It'd be very much appreciated. It's a small click for you, but a couple of clicks for you, sorry. But for me, it means a hell of a lot. And so keep an eye out for chapter 9. That'll be the final, and that'll be the final installment in the replicas collection overall. But the last video that I'm going to do, as I said at the start of this video, is I'm going to do a top tier of my replicas overall. Now, I'm unsure whether I'm going to do a top 5 or a top 10. I think maybe a top 5 or top 10 would be easier than doing a top 30 or whatever other number I can think of. But yeah, either top 5 or top 10, and that'll be the nitty gritty of all my replicas overall, and it will give a better idea of what I like in my replicas. And then going forward after that, we'll do many other belt related videos going down the road, so keep an eye out for all those projects coming near in the future. I'm going to get off here just now before I start rambling again, and as always guys, dreams be the journey, you take care.